All right, everybody, good morning. I was up all night editing. I was editing the video I just released. It is a video that is verified proof of dead people voting in Michigan. There's a link in the description of this video, to the video I just posted that is verified proof. I verified it myself right on the Michigan website of dead people voting. And then somebody posted a screenshot of a tweet that somebody posted. There were 7 dead people on there, and he was saying, hey, look at all these dead people who are voting. And I verified 3 on the list. One of them was the one that's already in the video, and then 2 others on the list who were verified. 2 of them had voted and had their votes counted, and 1 was having their vote pending counted. And if you look at Michigan, he has suddenly this enormous lead in Michigan. Like, how did that happen? Well, it just keeps going up, and Trump just keeps staying there. So watch the video, click the link to watch that video. It's going massively viral. I posted it 2 hours ago, and it has almost 600 shares. It has more shares than reactions. That's how you know it's viral. Keep sharing it. We got to get the word out, because all these people, New York Times and everybody, they're saying, without a shred of evidence, Trump is saying there's fraud. I mean, you can't watch this video and explain it away. Okay. So watch the video, and underneath that link there is the living document Google Doc sheet that I created to keep a list, a living list of all the fraud that's happening, and it's coming from you guys. So this isn't just me. You guys are sending me stuff. That video I just released was sent to me last night at whatever it was, 1 in the morning, and then I stayed up all night just putting it together and doing my screenshots so it could see it more clearly. But it's coming from you guys, so this is like a joint effort. So anyway, keep sending me stuff. Keep sending me PMs to this page if you have any tips. Again, don't send me like fanatic crappy stuff. Just send me like good stuff, like eyewitness stuff, legitimate stuff, and I'll weed through it and find the stuff that we can post and put out there. Okay, so dead people in Michigan. Oh yes, the hit list. Oh my gosh, have you guys heard of the hit list? It is called the Trump Accountability Project. So AOC, I can't even stand to utter those syllables. She tweets out, is anyone archiving these Trump sycophants for when they try to downplay or deny their complicity in the future? I foresee decent probability of many deleted tweets, writings, photos in the future. And immediately, several other leftists reply to her, yes, we are. The Trump Accountability Project. Every administration staffer, campaign staffer, bundler, lawyer who represented them, everyone is on that list. We're launching a Trump Accountability Project to make sure anyone who took a paycheck to help Trump undermine America is held responsible for what they did. This is a communistic hit list that they are openly starting. Can you believe this? A communistic hit list like Stalin, where they lined them up and shot them all. So I'm on that list, I'm sure, and anyone else who speaks out will be on that list. All right. Now promoting rejection. And then this Jennifer tweeted this, another leftist, Jennifer Rubin blogger, I don't know who she is. Anyone now promoting rejection of an election or calling to not follow the will of voters or making baseless allegations of fraud should never serve in office, join a corporate board, find faculty positions, or accepted into polite society ever again. We have a list, she says. So anyway, there's a link in the fraud compilation link. That's one link, the living document. There's links to this. You can check it out. It's legit. It was posted on Gateway Pundit, Breitbart. Several people have posted on it. It's unbelievable. So, okay, moving on. State of the race, guys. What does this look like? Trump is going to take North Carolina, no question. He might flip Arizona. He's got an 89% chance of flipping Arizona. He's bringing in 62% of the new votes. He closed the gap to, I think, 30,000 yesterday. And there it has sat. They're just stalling. They don't want to They don't want to, barf up what they had to say and how they called it too early. They don't want to have to repent of calling it too early. But if they would just get off their butts and stop stalling, he'll take the state. And it looks like there's 200 to 300 more ballots still to count. So it's looking really good in Arizona. Okay. We also have a Republican governor in Arizona, but we do not have the House. And I call on Doug Ducey, the governor of Arizona, to stand with Trump. Where are the Republicans? Stand with your president and help him. He is standing alone. The Democrat, Vernon Jones, is one of the best people for him. Like, where are the Republicans? Okay, Nevada, with over 3,000 voter fraud cases sent to the AG already from the Trump campaign. It's going to be challenged. It's going to be challenged in court. They've already opened a lawsuit. And the lawsuit could overturn it if Biden ends up being called for it, being called for Biden. Here's the thing, though. Democrat House, Democrat governor. So they're going to fight it hard. It's going to be really tough. Georgia has already published that they're going to do a recount. But their margin is 0.3% for a recount. So guess what Biden's trying to do right now with his little fraudsters over there? He's trying to close that gap, and he's at 0.2% now. So if he gets 2 more percents, then we're going to be in this limbo stage of, well, we're 4%, we're 1.1% further apart than what our law requires for us to do a recount. So he's going to try to get out of it. This is unbelievable. Trump was carrying that state with over 100,000, with 80% reported. He had a 100,000 lead. It's unbelievable. Okay, so we have a Republican governor in Georgia. And I believe, yes, we also have a Republican majority in Georgia. So once again, I'm calling on the governor of Georgia, Brian Kemp, governor of Georgia, to stand with your president and rally the House that you guys control and fight for him. Pennsylvania. What a mysterious miracle. Joe Biden turned a 700,000 deficit at the close of Election Day into a 29,000 vote lead. Wow. How is that possible? We do have a small victory in Pennsylvania. The Supreme Court ordered Pennsylvania, small victory, that they answered the lawsuit for the Republicans. The Supreme Court ordered them to separate late arriving ballots and count them separately. So yeah, they didn't say they're not going to count them, but they're going to count them separately. So this is the first step of, let's see how many late ballots there are. And then we can start fighting with, holy cow, there's a lot. So, oh, no wonder he turned that deficit into a lead. Unbelievable. Okay, so that's the state of the game. I think we win Arizona, we win North Carolina, and Georgia. It looks like Georgia and Pennsylvania are going to the cards. Oh, Michigan. It just keeps going up and up and up. And Wisconsin also is an outlier, because Wisconsin has a Democrat governor, but it has a House. The House is controlled by the Republicans. So that's hopeful too. That's a possibility too, that there could be a recount there. But either way, this is going to the cards, as it should. There is so much evidence all over. Facebook can't delete it all. There's too much of it. It's everywhere. And just look at my list. And this is not exhaustive either. This is just what I have so far. There's so much fraud. They can't not address it. And I'm sorry, we have to address it now. We don't have a republic anymore if we don't address this fraud right now. I'm not talking about Republicans. I'm talking about Republicans, Democrats. If we don't fix this, we have no integrity in our election system. Colorado, in my last couple videos, I mentioned Colorado just passed a resolution that they are going to give their electoral votes all in the future. They bypassed the Electoral College in Colorado. It will never go Republican again, because they have made this agreement to bypass the Electoral College and just give it to the popular vote. Do you know what would happen if every state followed what Colorado is doing? It is terrifying. If they do that, we are a pure democracy, And as Vladimir Lenin said, socialism cannot be brought to pass without a pure democracy. So why do you think, since our country, which never refer to our country as a democracy, it's not. Democracy, the voice of the people, yes, but we are a republic, and nowhere in our founding documents is the word democracy used to describe our government. In fact, I think they used mobocracy. They abhorred democracy. And so if we become so now you know why, since almost the very inception of America, they have been pushing us toward this socialism. Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, federally funded schools that are illegal. The schools that I grew up in, that I went to, that I'm seeing our kids go to, and well, they're homeschooling now because of COVID, but all of this stuff is socialism. Anytime you force people to do things, that's socialism. Right now, the mask, these mandates, which by the way are not laws, governors, the executive branch is not empowered to be making laws. That's called a dictatorship. That does not happen that way. And Trump makes executive orders. Yes, Obama made a record number. But Trump understands the executive orders are not laws. And if you read his executive orders, he's not saying this is the law. He's saying executive branch, judicial branch, and House, Congress. Guys, this is a problem, like the one he did for social media censorship. He says, guys, this is a huge problem, and you need to address it. So he's drawing attention to it. He's doing what the president should do. I'm just really proud of the president. I think I would be pulling my hair out right now, and he is. I think he's handling this just phenomenally. And Don Jr. And Vernon Jones. Oh my gosh, they gave the best speeches yesterday just talking about this. So let's stick with the president. And as I am with all videos, I'm telling you, my friends, my countrymen, sons and daughters of liberty, stay on your knees and pray. I know that God answers prayers, and this is a mighty thing to pray for. But this is a mighty nation that He has given us, this gift of liberty, and we need to appeal to Him. We need to appeal to Him like we've never done before. This is different. We actually can pursue the fraud because the creed that the Republicans and Democrats agreed to, which was ridiculous, to not pursue voter fraud, that expired, I believe, in 2018. The judge let it expire, so the gloves are off, and we can fight this, and we're going to. Stick with the president. Don't lose hope. Even if the mainstream media, the complicit mainstream media, tries to call this for Biden, I'm not advocating violence. Don't you dare do anything violent. But we can't concede. We cannot concede with all this fraud. Because if we don't fix this now, our republic's over. All right, there you go. Links in the description. PM me any leads you get. I'm out.